protest with the immigrants, cuz.
What?
We need to go downtown and protest with the essays.
Go down there and protest?
Yeah, you know, black and brown love. We are allies, blood.
Let me think about that.
I now feel for the black community because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it.
You know, when Black Lives happened, a lot of Latinos were there supporting black people. We were protesting with you guys, we were sharing information, and you know what happened? White people started saying all lives matter because they didn't see what was going on. They weren't seeing the bigger picture. And just because, yes, black people have dealt with this, does not mean that it takes away from what's happening right now. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't really understand why some black Americans are like above all of this and then trying to make it about yourself when this is not about you right now. It's been about you this whole time, but right now it's not about you. And this shouldn't even be a problem between us. We should be working together, not fighting against each other like some of you are in these comments. Right now, it's Latinos getting taken. Next thing is going to be Asians. They've already started deporting Asian people. It is not going to stop. And it's not going to stop, especially with this current president. Like I said, we should be working together, not against each other. We have a common enemy.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No, I completely understand any black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No, because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. It's really simple.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across this on my FYP. Lots and lots of Latinos are calling out black Americans. You all know that you know the whole deportation thing that happened, and a lot of black people say they are actually sitting this one out. So it didn't go well with a lot of Latinos. Okay, a lot of them are feeling like, you know what, you guys still owe us this, because when the Black Lives Matters happened, we came out to support you all, and instead white people started calling it all life matters because they were seeing us there and they weren't understanding what was happening. And now that is our turn. You guys are supposed to come, you know, together and help us. We all have common enemy and we shouldn't be fighting ourselves. So a lot of them came out and started calling out black Americans. I'm like, they don't understand why they are saying they're sitting this one out instead of to come out and speak against the injustice and everything happening to them. Well, I'm just going to let the other videos rule where some of them are talking against, and of course with some people who are standing alongside the black Americans. I'm like, these people actually, you know, stood out for us, but we never listened. Well, let's let the videos roll, then I'll come back with more commentaries. Credit to all creators on this video. Please do well to like and subscribe. Let's go watch.
I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, you know, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, you know, having a history of so much oppression and You know, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there's only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem.
You guys put yourselves in a separate race from us. Hispanics, Latinos have always made it clear that they are not the blacks. Me no black, me no black, me no black. What about Native Americans? The so-called Native Americans. Y'all actually look a lot alike, to be quite honest. How come you ain't calling on them? Aren't they a minority? Asians are not a minority. Like, the math just is not mathing with this one. You know what it is? What it all boils down to? What people never want to admit is that Black American people have always fought, and we have always prevailed. No matter if y'all want to say we on the bottom or what, we got ourselves out of shackles. It was not just because some white man one day woke up and said, oh, I think I want to let my slaves free. I think I want to let go of my free labor. Clearly that was not the case, because look at what followed with Jim Crow. The most lynchings happened in America after so-called slavery was abolished. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, we've always fought and we've always prevailed. You might not want to call us victors or winners, but we've always prevailed. I'll use that word. That's the operative word. And y'all all recognize that. I'm glad that y'all keep calling on us, because y'all know who we are. Deep down inside, y'all know that we put boots to the motherfucking ground. Where them fans at? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know we get shit done. Y'all know we make noise. But what I don't like is that y'all are being so disingenuous and making it seem like we've always had this solidarity and this unity amongst us, when you all in your own communities have anti-blackness that you have yet to address in your own communities. The Afro-Latin community is underrepresented. They face discrimination, racism, colorism. And y'all take those same ideas and ideologies, and when y'all migrate here, y'all bring that with y'all. And y'all try to treat us like the same way y'all treat the black folk in y'all's countries, respectively. But instead of calling on us, why don't you call out the people that's actually doing these things to you? White people have helped us too to fight during the civil rights movement, more so than Latinos and Hispanics. Like, let's just keep it real. Why not call on them? Why not call on white people to be allies with you? This is very, very interesting. And I don't want anybody to get maimed or pap-out with a rubber bullet. I don't like the footage that I've seen of people getting ran over by cars. It's very, very unfortunate. I'm not sitting up here saying that doesn't... I have empathy. But I don't want to be out there getting shot. I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all want us to do? That's it. Let me ask, what do y'all want us to do? For the ones that keep saying, where's the black people? What exactly do y'all want us to do? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I hope everything works out.
So it's obvious that these guys already know the truth, okay? Because I just keep wondering why they will be calling on Black Americans for help, but they will not call on the Asians, because these people are also minorities like every other person, right? So they won't call on them, and yet the same MAGA people will still not call themselves, because I feel that most of these Latinos, about 46% of them that voted the other way, should have also start calling their own people, which is MAGA folks, and start calling them, let's come together, you guys help us, we need your help, let them stop deporting us. But they won't call them. Of course, they know that, they supported the whole thing in the first place. Now that the whole deportation started, people were expecting them to start calling their own folks and not call on Black Americans alone, because it's like anything that happens, the next people you're going to see them call is, oh, African Americans, we need your help, we need you to do this, we need you to do that, we need you to protest with us. Now, what exactly do you guys really want? Because on 5th of November, they all came out to really help everyone by voting for everyone's best interest. But it seems that every other person had their own best, what they term their best interest. They didn't see any reason to vote the way Black Americans were voting. And now that this whole thing is happening, they are now expecting Black Americans to now come back to the field and start protesting with them, running around, carrying placard here and there. And they just keep wondering, like, what do you guys really want? Because we want you guys exactly what was going to happen. But it's as if nobody listened when we're telling you all that this is exactly what's going to happen. And this person doesn't, is not coming out for your best interest. He has his own plans, and his plans will not suit you. Okay, especially when it has to do with the whole mass deportation. You guys will not like getting deported in any way. You guys will not like your family members getting deported. Even if you are not part of the deportation people, your family member will.
If you don't believe in minorities coming up together and supporting each other, you can keep scrolling. This message is for my Latinos and my African Americans. Now is the time for us to unify. Now is the time for us to have each other's back, to support each other. We are at a premise right now and at a pinnacle where we have some of the best leadership on both sides, both African Americans and Latinos. There's so many to choose from. Look what's happening right now in the United States. We got the mayor of Birmingham out here changing, for the third time, changing what is Alabama. We have the mayor from Chicago absolutely wrecking ICE, absolutely wrecking everything that Trump wants to do. These are people that we should be looking at and saying, these are going to be our future leaders. We have Jasmine Crockett, who is absolutely gutting every single MAGA person in Texas, an absolute representative of what this country and what this great nation could become. These are the leaders that we need to support and really rally up with. As a Latino, I look at African American leaders and I say, man, these are the people that I would love to support. And I support them in every single way that they need to. And then you look at us. We have AOC. We have Carlos Eduardo Espina. We have the governor of, or the candidate from Colorado. We have people that actually want to help the community, that are here for the Latinos, that understand how it comes from different countries, coming to a new country, wanting to make something of our own. But the time is now. We must unify because we have a common enemy. It's MAGA. It's white supremacy. It's not white people. It's white supremacy. When we unify and when we have each other's back, there is no stopping us. We have the power to reshape this entire nation, and I will be damned if I won't do my best to try to unify both the brown and black community.
Hi, my name is Leandro. You guys might know me by this video. And I just want to say something to the Latino population who keeps coming to TikTok and saying, calling out Americans, and specifically Black Americans, and being like, why aren't you guys standing up for us? We did it in Black Lives Movement. As an Afro-Latino, myself, we have to hold accountability for our actions. 60% of our people voted for that guy, voted for these deportations. Many of your family members voted for this guy, even though they knew you were maybe LGBTQ, maybe you were trans, maybe you had HIV, maybe you depended on scholarships because now you want to get rid of the board of education, went to public school, right, were undocumented, right? All of these reasons, knowing this guy is literally the representation of white supremacy. The KKK supported this guy. He released the Project 2025 a whole year before the election. And we sat down, we told you what was gonna happen, and you still chose this guy. Okay? Just because he has conservative beliefs, the ones that your grandma and your parents were taught in Latin America, how did that work out for us? How much family trauma do we have for these conservative beliefs in South America and Latin America? A lot, right? A lot. So anytime we speak about liberalism, everybody should have access to healthcare. Everybody, should not be able to be discriminated against based on the color of his skin or his race, even if they have the same qualifications as their white counterpart. Like, is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? I don't think so. But going back to the main topic of Latinos asking Black Americans to stand up for them and help them, and Black Americans are like, you chose that, that is your battle. I approve that message. I approve it. I know I might get flagged for saying this, but it's true. As Latinos, we need to take accountability for our actions. And yes, not all of us voted for that guy, but we need to address the ones that did, call them out, and correct, and revalue ourselves. Because just because you do not agree with, I don't know, reproductive rights or the LGBTQ community, which Kamala Harris did, right? Maybe because you don't agree with that, doesn't mean that this other guy does. Right? Doesn't mean that he's a better option for you, because remember, you're still a person of color. And I know a lot of you light-skinned Latinos or white Latinos who, honestly, you're not white American passing. And even if you are and you have an accent like mine, as soon as you open that mouth, you're done. You're done. So I just want to let you guys know that we need to do something. And there's no one else to blame than us.
It's really a strange thing to watch people circle back for help after ignoring every warning you try to give them. That's what this moment feels like for a lot of black folks when some Latinos who voted for Trump or stayed silent while his policies grew sharper and more aggressive are now calling on black communities to help, with the whole protest and all of that because ICE is deporting them or they feel ignored and all that. It's not that black people don't understand their fear, injustice, or states, right now. If anything, black Americans have lived under those forces longer than anyone else in the country. And it's not that black people don't believe in, standing up for other communities. Historically, black movements have opened doors, created language, and inspired strategies that others have used to fight their own battles. What stings is the familiar pattern. People dismiss black warnings until the warning becomes their own, emergency. When black folks said, be careful, Trump's policies aren't just against one group. It wasn't a statement rooted in rivalry. It was experience speaking. Policies that, kind of will affect everyone who is a POC. The same political ideas behind deportation rates, family separations, and anti-rhetoric are connected to the ideas behind voter suppressions, racial profiling, and police brutality, like we've seen in several ways. It's all the same vine growing different branches. But at the time, some Latinos believed their policies and these policies would only hurt other immigrants, those without documentations, those from certain countries, those with fewer connections. Others were convinced that aligning with conservative, right-leaning politics would, kind of protect them or elevate them socially. Some thought that warnings from black communities were exaggerated, dramatic, or just political noise, right? Now, those same people are facing the whole ICE deportation, ICE knocking at their doors and all of that, and now they are all freaking out. Well, it's not wrong to ask for help. Let's actually be real, right? If you need help, it's very important to ask for help. But what is not, so okay is when you ask for help from people who initially warned you of the impact of your decisions. And that's what everyone is like, what, you cannot be asking for black help right now when they literally warned you about what was to come and how it's going to happen. Black people are asked to be the moral compass, the fighters, the organizers, the protesters, the ones who know how to resist, as if resistance is some natural talent and not survival skill learned from generations of operations. And when black communities, face their own, issues and all of that, some of these people were just somewhere cooling, chilling, and like, you guys are just making a lot of noise and all of that. Now a lot of them are coming out, oh, we protested with you during the Black Lives Matter. Oh, we did this. Oh, we did. Now, why didn't you do the same thing during the elections? That's the question everyone has been asking. Like, why didn't you, use your votes to protest at that time? Why do you have to wait until your own people start getting deported before you can start protesting against these same people that that you guys are not calling it common enemy? So you have always known, but somehow you didn't want to fight back with your vote. Now, I'm not saying that every Latino voted for this, just a few of them did. Okay, I think 47% of their men did or so, and all that. And now a lot of people are like, you know what, you cannot be calling these people out at this time. We should start calling out our own people and not these people, because they did nothing to us than to protest. They did nothing to us than to protest with their votes, and they warned us about what is to come, but we never listened. So at this time, we need to start calling out people in our community that voted against our interests. That's what a lot of them are now saying. Why you still have some of them who feel that Black Americans owe them a lot, and these Black folks have to come out and protest or speak against what is happening to them. Well, guys, let's have your own take about today's video. I really love to read from you. Please do well to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Please do well to like. Don't forget to drop your take as well. See you all next time. Bye, guys.